Welcome to Woodland Scenics Model Scenery Made Easy. We will teach you techniques and help you build the skills needed to make your model railroad layout the best it can be. Woodland Scenics is the world's leader in model railroading scenery, and after this demonstration you'll see why. With easy-to-use products, modelers can create realistic-looking terrain and landscape which makes their layout come to life. We will be using the Grand Valley HO Scale Lightweight Layout Kit to demonstrate the Woodland Scenics Landscaping System, along with 40 products from the New Generation Landscaping Center, which are versatile enough to work on this or any scale layout. Although you can assemble subterranean with only a cutting tool and adhesive, we have a special line of tools to make the job easier. The hot wire foam cutter was made especially for our foam products. The cutter slices through foam in straight or curved lines with ease. Foam nails are used to temporarily pin down the track, foam, or other products while gluing them together. The foam knife is another tool for cutting cleanly and evenly through foam. The low temp foam glue gun has a low temperature operation, which allows you to bond our foam products almost instantly. Foam tack glue is an equally effective alternative. It is especially formulated for the Woodland Scenics foam products. The revolutionary subterranean system was awarded the Reader's Choice Award for Most Innovative Product by the readers of Model Railroading magazine. The subterranean system has replaced old, heavy, complicated layouts with a lightweight, easy-to-assemble structure. The subterranean system can be completed in just a few easy steps. With it, you can create the terrain contours from our lightweight foam components and build the layout of your dreams. You should put risers wherever track will be laid to raise the track level to the height of the risers, creating a new base height for the layout. Risers come in 1/2 inch, 3/4 inch, 1, 2, and 4-inch sections. They are flexible foam pieces which can be installed in any configuration. Creeks, ponds, and gullies can easily be added without cutting into the layout base. Place risers wherever track is to be laid and pin to the base using foam nails. Inclines provide a smooth transition from one height to another and come in 2, 3, and 4% grades. Lay the incline over the top of the riser and pin. Run a bead of glue at the base of the incline. Foam nails are then removed. Profile boards are used around the perimeter of the layout. These special interlocking components support the terrain surface and make a strong frame. Profile boards can be laid horizontally and stacked vertically to obtain the length and height desired on the layout. To establish high and low contours, use the hot wire foam cutter to cut the contour from the profile boards. Foam sheet goods are 12 inches wide by 24 inches long and are used to enclose tunnels, create interior terrain for buildings and towns. For level areas, cut foam sheets with the foam knife or hot wire foam cutter. Determine the height of your platform and cut supports from scrap foam. The supports are then glued to the layout and the platform is placed on top to create a level area. Tunnels can be easily added to the layout using 1/4 inch foam sheet goods. It is best to add small sections of track bed, track, and ballast inside the tunnel area before building it. Pin the tunnel walls and top to the layout using foam nails and glue into place. You will use newspaper wads and plaster cloth over the tunnel to form the terrain contours. Terrain contours are made by filling the layout base with newspaper wads. Pillowing is the technique used for forming the newspaper wads. To pillow the newspaper, begin wadding the paper under itself, rolling the paper into the center with your hands. The newspaper wads provide a surface for the plaster cloth. If you want to get an idea of how your layout contours will look, lay newspaper sheets over the contours and spray water over the paper. The newspaper will settle over the contours and you will see them in an instant. When you are satisfied with the look, you can move on to plaster cloth. Plaster cloth becomes a hard shell covering for the layout, which allows you to begin adding all the elements of your terrain and landscaping system. It is best to cover the risers and inclines first, taking special care to butt the plaster cloth strips so that there are no bumps or ridges that could cause problems with train operation later. Plaster cloth strips, 8 to 12 inches long, are applied over the newspaper wads. The strips are held by the corners and dipped into water, then laid down bumpy side up. Rub the cloth lightly to smooth it over the newspaper contour. To create a tough shell, plaster cloth should be overlapped so that 50% covers the previous strip and 50% covers the new area. Each strip must be rubbed to spread the plaster over the entire strip and to fill as many holes as possible. Continue laying the strips across your layout until you are finished. As you lay the last strip of plaster cloth on the layout, overlap the edge by 1 inch and fold it back on the layout so that it does not extend past the edge of the profile board. The 5 steps are now complete, all without power tools, complicated calculations, and no dusty mess to clean up. The sturdy hardshell surface is now ready for terrain and landscaping materials. You have just seen a basic overview of the subterranean system. To learn more, purchase the Subterranean Manual or the Subterranean A How-To video. These teaching aids will give you complete subterranean system instructions, tips, and techniques. All track bed is available in N, HO, and O scales and provides a quiet, smooth operation for your train. To apply track bed to your layout, trace the track on the riser. Apply foam tack glue evenly with a spreader. Next, lay the track bed on the traced riser and secure it with foam nails. When the glue has dried, remove the foam nails. Then, glue the track to the roadbed with foam tack glue and secure with foam nails until dry. Tunnel portals, retaining walls, and culverts are plaster castings in N and HO scales, which are easily colored with earth color liquid pigments and meet the National Model Railroading Association's requirements. It is best to protect the track below with paper towels before applying any castings. Mix the lightweight Hydrocal in a clean, dry bowl according to package instructions. Make sure to wet the portal in water before applying it to the layout. Apply a heavy coat of the Hydrocal on the tunnel portal. The lightweight Hydrocal serves as an adhesive and filler around the casting. Set the portal firmly on the layout and allow to dry thoroughly before coloring. Retaining walls are plaster castings that are available in cut stone, timber, random stone, and concrete. They can be used alone or to create straight or curved walls. They also can be cut to varying heights to create stepped wing walls. The tunnel liner form is a plastic mold which is used to create lightweight Hydrocal plaster castings of the ceilings and walls for tunnels on your layout. It is designed to form half of either a single or double section on a tunnel in HO scale. Woodland Scenics road system is the ideal product for creating highly realistic roads, streets, highways, parking lots, sidewalks, and other paved areas. Drawing on the plaster cloth, make outlines of your roads, keeping in mind the scale you are working with. Use a strip of 1/2 inch foam sheet goods. Mark the width of your road on the foam with 2 X's. Then poke 2 foam pencils through the holes. This will create the parallel lines for your roads and keep the measurement consistent on your layout. After drawing the roads, wipe the plaster cloth to remove any dust and lay the paving tape along road edges. Press it firmly. Mix a batch of Smooth It according to package directions. Pour the mixture between the strips of paving tape. Use the spreader to level the Smooth It. The road surface should be dry in about 30 minutes depending on the humidity of your work area. Once the Smooth It has dried, carefully pull the paving tape away from the Smooth It. Now paint the road with asphalt or concrete top coat. Adding rock outcroppings and ledges to the contours of your layout is easy with the Woodland Scenics rock molds and lightweight Hydrocal. Mix the Hydrocal using a clean bowl and utensils, making sure to measure the Hydrocal in water. When mixing Hydrocal, always follow package directions. When you are done mixing, mist the rock mold with wet water, which is 2 drops of liquid soap in 1 cup of water. This will help disperse air bubbles in the mixture and will aid in the release of the mold. Pour the Hydrocal mixture into the molds. Dislodge any air bubbles in the Hydrocal by lightly tapping it on the tabletop. Allow the Hydrocal to dry thoroughly. A creative way to make your own unique rock faces is to use Woodland Scenics latex rubber, a rock, and a paintbrush. The ready-to-use latex rubber is formulated to be thin enough to seek detail in rock and thick enough to create a durable mold. Paint 3 layers of latex rubber on rocks, allowing each layer to dry between applications. If you want to add strength to your mold, put a layer of gauze between the second and third layers. You can add as many layers as you want to make the mold durable. When the mold is completely dry, carefully pull it off. Now you're ready to make your own unique rock faces with lightweight Hydrocal. An easy way to attach rock faces to the layout is to glue them to the terrain. Squeeze an ample amount of foam tack glue onto the back of the rock face. Put the rock face in place and allow the glue to dry thoroughly. If you find that your rock doesn't fit on the terrain well, just fill in the gaps around the rock faces with plaster cloth. Earth color liquid pigments are available in 8 colors. Use them to color all plaster castings such as rock, tunnel portals, and culverts. Our technique for coloring rock faces is called leopard spotting. Dab the yellow ochre at random over 1/3 of the rock face with a sponge or sponge brush. Next, dab or spray raw umber on another third of the rock face, leaving some white space. Use a black wash of 1 part liquid pigment and 32 parts water. Apply it over the whole rock face to bring out the cracks and crevices. It also helps to tie all the colors together. Remember, any mixture of earth color liquid pigments can be used to represent any region or geographical area you choose for your layout. All plaster castings can be colored before applying them to your layout or afterward using earth color liquid pigments. After coloring the plaster castings, spray the areas with scenic cement. For the final touch on the terrain, we will add our earth undercoat. This product provides a base color for your layout under the landscaping products and rocky terrain. Make a wash of 1 part earth undercoat and 16 parts water. Brush the undercoat on the layout to cover all of the plaster cloth. Try not to get the pigments on the rock faces or tunnel portal surfaces. With our unique landscaping materials, you will achieve excellent results the very first time you use them. Ballast is the rock filler used between and surrounding railroad track and ties. Woodland Scenics has created a complete line of 7 realistic ballast colors. They are available in 3 grades to match your layout scale. The canister shakers provide a great application, storage, and inventory system for our products. The 32-ounce canister shaker has a dual application cap and is the perfect container for all of your model scenery needs. To apply ballast to the track, sprinkle it from the handy canister shaker. When you have finished applying the ballast to the track, Brush the ties and rails with a small paintbrush to clean them off. Make a mixture of wet water and pour it into a scenic sprayer. Spray the wet water on the ballast to help it absorb scenic cement. To affix the ballast to the track, carefully use an eyedropper to flow on the scenic cement. This saves you from having to use a cleaner on the track. Dirt roads, gravel roads, and paths can be added to your layout at any time. First, draw your road plan. Protect your track with paper towels and spray the road with scenic cement. Sprinkle fine ballast from a canister shaker onto the road until it covers the path line well. Next, apply fine turf soil and fine turf earth to weather and fill in the road. When you are satisfied with the finished road, lightly spray with scenic cement to fix it to the layout. Woodland Scenics landscaping system includes all the products you will need to represent ground covers such as soils, grasses, bushes, and small plants on your layout. Green blend or earth blend turfs are used as a base coat. Green blend represents grass and gives your layout a golf course look. Fine turf is a great product for adding accent colors. Use any of the 11 different colors of coarse turf to add highlights to your layout. Underbrush is a medium ground cover in 6 colors that can be used for bushes and shrubs. Bushes, available in 6 realistic colors, are used for shrubs on your layout. Clump foliage is great for making large trees. It comes in 9 colors. Foliage clusters come in 3 colors and are used for high ground cover. Lichen is a natural product that comes in 9 colors. Foliage is great for making vines and other low growth. 8 colors give you the variety to model any season. The 6 colors of fine leaf foliage give your layout a new dimension. Now we will demonstrate the use of our ground covers on a foam sheet. Paint on earth or green undercoat as a base color for your terrain. After that is dried, spray scenic cement over the terrain. Apply green blend or earth blend turf as a base coat. Spray again and use fine and coarse turf for accents such as yellow or burnt grass for well-worn areas or soil for paths and ditches. Underbrush is smaller than bushes, but both provide great low and medium ground cover. Attach these and larger ground covers to the layout with our scenic glue. Clump foliage is also a medium ground cover used for larger bushes and shrubs. Foliage clusters are versatile, as you can tear off any size of piece you want and apply it to your layout. Lichen adds a unique texture to the layout. Foliage can be stretched into long strands to model vines and ivies which creep along the ground. Fine leaf foliage has a leafy, fine detail. Every part of this product can be used on your layout for saplings, bushes, and forest debris. Sprinkle fine and coarse turf over your finished layout for added highlights. When you have added all the scenery to your layout, lightly spray a final coat of scenic cement. Before applying turf products to your layout, spray scenic cement on the areas you want to cover with turf. This will help adhere to the layout so it will stay where you apply it. Green blend is then sprinkled on the layout as a base coat for the terrain. Yellow or burnt grass fine turf can be added to the layout to show areas where the grass has been affected by the heat or drought. Now you can add accent colors such as earth or dirt fine turf in areas where you would find dirt or soil and along paths, roadsides, and ditches, or in other well-worn areas. Use a combination of colors to vary the look of your layout. The more you mix the turf colors, the better your layout will look. Underbrush provides the look of medium ground covers such as tall bushes and shrubs or undergrowth. To apply underbrush to your layout, pour a small amount of scenic glue to the area desired. Sprinkling fine turf on top of the underbrush can add special highlights and realism to the layout. Flowering foliage is available in two colors, yellow and purple, and gives the look of flowering vines, wildflowers, and fields. To apply foliage, stretch the material and apply the layout using small amounts of scenic cement. Polyfiber is a synthetic fiber intended for use with foliage clusters, which creates undergrowth, vines, and economical trees. Polyfiber is a light, delicate ground covering that models plants like crown vetch, which has smaller stems and leaves and seems to almost float above the ground. To attach polyfiber, press it into position and mist with scenic cement. You can sprinkle on fine or coarse turf to add color and texture to the polyfiber. Lichen is a natural product that can provide an unlimited variety of colors and textures when combined with our turf and foliages. Attach lichen to the layout with scenic glue. To give lichen a realistic look, mist with scenic cement and sprinkle fine or coarse turf over the lichen. This gives it a bushy appearance. Woodland Scenics field grass comes in colors which represent fresh and dormant grasses. Woodland Scenics Hobby Tack is an all-purpose adhesive which is perfect for attaching field grass to your layout and foliage materials to our Woodland Scenics tree armatures. Pour a small amount of Hobby Tack on a piece of paper. To create an uneven look to the field grass as it would appear naturally, pick out a small amount of field grass. Cut one end of the grass and dip it into the hobby tack. Plant the field grass on the layout. Field grass looks best around water areas and in ditches near railroad tracks. Talus is the rock debris that falls from rock outcroppings, road cuts, and other rock formations. To apply talus to your layout, spray scenic cement or a small dab of scenic glue to the area. Sprinkle talus on the area and allow it to dry. Coarse turf is formulated to blend well with turf, underbrush, bushes, fine leaf foliage, and lichen. Coarse turf is a good low ground cover and is applied in the same manner as fine turf. Coarse turf adds color and texture to your layout when using it with medium and high ground covers. High ground cover consists of larger bushes, shrubs, and trees. Our bushes give the appearance of high ground covers and can be used along right-of-ways, on hillsides, and near buildings. To attach bushes to your layout, apply scenic glue in the area you want to place them and push the material into the glue. Woodland Scenics tree kits offer a wide array of trees for your layout. They add color, texture, geographic orientation, and realism to your layout. We have 9 different realistic tree kits for N, HO, and O scale. You can choose from deciduous or pine tree armatures in a variety of sizes from 3/4 of an inch up to 8-inch tall trees. 2 of our kits include a bonus sample of fine leaf foliage. Bend and twist the plastic armature to the shape desired. Following directions on the bottle, apply hobby tack to the tree limbs, taking care not to get the hobby tack on the trunk of the tree where leaves would not normally grow. Hobby tack dries clear in about 15 minutes and remains tacky. Dip the tree armature in clump foliage. Pull the tree out and shake off excess. You have just created a very realistic tree with very little effort. There is no prep work involved with ready-made realistic trees. Just pull them out of the box and they're ready to go on your layout. The ready-made value pack trees are another easy way to landscape your layout. This is the most economical way to add trees to a hillside or forest area. Test fit your trees and puncture a small hole in your layout. To secure the tree, apply a small amount of hobby tack or scenic glue to the tree base and push the tree in gently. Fine leaf foliage makes the ultimate trees using Woodland Scenics tree armatures. Cut the branches with scissors, or break the pieces off. You can also hold the stem of the fine leaf foliage between your thumb and forefinger and use the other hand to strip the branches from the stem. Take pieces of the fine leaf foliage and place them on the branches until you are satisfied with the look of your tree. You control the fullness of your tree, or you can make it as sparse as you want. You can also put all the fine leaf foliage pieces into the container they're packaged in and dip the tree armatures to make your tree. Pull the tree out and pull off loose foliage. Look at this tree made with the fine leaf foliage. It models a great sapling. The fine leaf foliage was used as is, right out of the container. There will be some debris left in the container when you are finished making your fine leaf foliage trees. You can sprinkle the debris on your layout for an even more detailed look. Woodland Scenics tree armatures can now be purchased separately and are available in a wide variety of sizes and shapes in deciduous or pine. A number of Woodland Scenics products can be used with our tree armatures to make some great looking trees. Underbrush and bushes can be used with small to medium sized tree armatures. Clump foliage is used to make medium to larger sized trees. To assemble a lichen tree, tear off pieces of lichen and press the material onto the branches. Foliage is stretched three-dimensionally and placed on the branches. Fine leaf foliage is used to make the ultimate trees for your layout. Here are just a few of the trees you can make with Woodland Scenics foliage products and tree armatures. Additional textures and realism can be added to the rock faces with a fly specking technique. Lightly spray the rock faces with scenic cement. Place a small amount of soil and green grass turf on a piece of paper. Hold the paper close to the rock faces and use light puffs to blow the turf onto the rocks. Deadfall models decaying trees in the forests or can be put in rivers to model log jams and flooded timbers. To apply deadfall, puncture your layout with a small awl or foam nail. Place the deadfall into the hole. You can add lane markers or stripes to your roads with our dry transfer decals or model graphics in a Woodland Scenics burnisher, or with white or yellow paint purchased from your favorite hobby store. Mark your road where you want to add lines and lay the decal over the road. Rub the decal with a Woodland Scenics burnisher or dull pencil. When the decal transfers to the road, lift the backing to check it. Then, re-burnish the line. Woodland Scenics Soft Lake Snow is another product in the Woodland Scenics landscaping system. Snow is easy to apply and gives a very realistic appearance to your layout. Snow is great for light dustings or can be applied to look like heavy drifts. To model heavy drifts, apply flex paste anywhere you want snow. Sprinkle on soft flake snow to soften the look of the flex paste. For a light dusting of snow, apply Woodland Scenics Soft Flake Snow to your layout using the convenient canister shaker. Realistic Water, Water Effects, and Easy Water provide everything you need to add lakes, rivers, and streams to your layout. One very thin application of Realistic Water will give you such good results, you'll have the confidence to try larger projects. Realistic Water is a one-pour application for modeling water on your layout. Water Effects models waterfalls, rapids, white caps, water leaks, and splashes. Water Effects is a flexible product which dries clear in the exact form it is shaped in. The special applicator tip makes it easy to use. To make a waterfall, pour thin strips on a flat surface, the height and width of your waterfall. Feather the ends of the strips with a toothpick or any other disposable wooden tool. Allow the strips to dry thoroughly. Overlap the strips to form the waterfall. Then press them onto your layout. You can model other water movements by forming the water effects in any shape you want right on top of your realistic water. Buildings add another touch of detail and realism on your layout. They can be added at any time on your new or existing layout with just a few easy steps. Use your hobby knife to cut out the area where the building will go. Be sure your building will fit in the area. Use foam tack glue to place the foam sheet securely into the hole with supports. Test fit your building. Scrape away landscaping from the edges of your cutout with a wire brush so it will accept the plaster cloth. Now, cover the area with plaster cloth. Then, apply blended and coarse turf. Place your building and landscape around the building to make it look like it has always been there. Moldicine is a product used for building up terrain and sculpting features such as rocks or mountains. Mix moldicine according to package directions. Knead and sculpt the material as it sets up. When you are satisfied with the look of your sculpture, you can paint it with earth color liquid pigments to match the surrounding landscape. You too can create your own Granny Canyon. Woodland Scenics has a complete line of detailed scenes for your layout. These details will give it the most authentic look. Our scenic details, trackside scenes, mini scenes, and complete scenes all add realism and humor to your layout. Remember to add people, animals, vehicles, tools, junk piles, and other details. These details will give it the most authentic look. Woodland Scenics learning kits are very useful tools in the Woodland Scenics landscaping system. The Trees Learning Kit contains tree armatures in a variety of sizes and shapes, along with foliage products and hobby tack to make very realistic trees. Road System contains all the necessary tools and products for putting beginners on the road to success. The kit teaches you how to easily add roads and other paved areas to any layout. Rock Faces gives you a chance to make rock outcroppings and ledges with our lightweight Hydrocal and our handy Rock Faces molds. The Landscaping Learning Kit includes enough landscaping materials to finish a 24 by 24 inch surface and will give beginners a head start learning the Woodland Scenics landscaping system. Not only does Woodland Scenics provide you with learning kits and this landscaping video, but you can learn all you need to know with our other how-to books and videos. In the beginning of this video, you were introduced to the Woodland Scenics subterranean system. Woodland Scenics has put together the Subterranean, a how-to video, and the Subterranean manual, which helps beginning modelers learn the subterranean system from start to finish. The clinic was recorded live at a landscaping presentation during the Model Railroaders Convention and Train Show in Las Vegas. The scenery manual helps modelers learn the secrets of making realistic looking scenery. The Subterranean Scenery Kit is a 12 by 24 inch learning kit that teaches beginning modelers how to use landscaping and terrain materials to create their own diorama. This diorama can also be used to display rolling stock or as part of a modular system. The Mountain Valley Scenery Kit is for beginners who want scenery for a 4 by 8 foot layout landscape. As with the Scenery Kit, it includes all the materials and instructions needed to finish a 4 by 8 foot layout. Scenic Ridge is a complete, state-of-the-art, in-scale, lightweight layout kit. It is fun and easy and requires no power tools, complicated calculations, and there's no dusty mess. Best of all, anyone can do it. Scenic Ridge alone is a great layout, but when you add the excitement of our town and factory building set, your layout will take on the look of a busy downtown scene. Our HO Scale Grand Valley Lightweight Layout Kit was created to offer modelers a huge 4 by 8 foot layout and the same great benefits of the Scenic Ridge layout. The kit comes with very easy to read illustrated instructions and has a full scale track plan printed right on the base. City and Industry is a fantastic building set which includes 15 finely detailed HO scale buildings with more than 160 white metal castings and a huge selection of dry transfer decals. City and Industry is our most value-packed building set yet. To make it easy for you to locate all the products needed to build and color earth contours on your layout, we have created our Terrain Center. This display keeps more than 60 terrain products on a handy spinner for your convenience. The New Generation Landscaping Center is a beautiful, eye-catching spinning display which holds 104 quality scenery products including tree kits, turf and foliage products, ballast and lichen, great one-pour water products, our adhesives, and much more. Look for this landscaping center in your favorite hobby shop. The Woodland Scenics Buyer's Guide is an informative 40-page catalog full of great color photos, illustrations, and information about Woodland Scenics products and prices. You now have the knowledge it takes to use any of the Woodland Scenics terrain or landscaping systems, and once you have tried the products, you will see that they are just as amazing as they appear on the video. Woodland Scenics products are made so that even a beginning model builder can create landscaping and terrain like an advanced craftsman. There is no limit to the kinds of creative projects you can finish using Woodland Scenics products. Remember, you can do it!